Welcome, welcome. My dear friends, a very, very heartfelt welcome to you, to this beautiful circle of love, and to the people on cyberspace, on the internet. Please know your presence is truly a blessing. Let me suggest we do a non-Abrahamic aum or om. Deep breath. Let's take a deep breath. Couple more times. One more. So once again, my dear friends, on behalf of our Ministerial Council and everybody at the Interfaith Community Sanctuary, a very sincere, heartfelt welcome to you. In this house of worship, we take great joy in saying that we honor and celebrate all traditions, being paths to a shared universal. And in our community, we talk a lot about how can we overcome polarization, how can we honor diversity. And the area I come from, South Asia, we say, let's share 3 cups of tea. Listen.
Paths to a shared universal.
Connect.
And in our community, we talk a lot about how can we overcome polarization, how can we honor diversity.
Respect.
And the area I come
Listen,
from, South
respect,
Asia,
and
we say,
that's the 3 ones. But today, let's also add one more.
Listen.
Let's add the element of celebration.
Connect.
In fact, in the 21st century consciousness, they say that, we have to honor diversity,
respect,
acknowledge,
listen,
respect,
and
most of all,
that's
it's critical to
but today, let's also add one more.
Diversity.
Let's
So today,
add
I'm
the
so honored we
element
have this
of
rather
celebration.
remarkable team of
In fact, in the
2
21st
rabbis,
century
beloved
consciousness, they say
husband
that,
and
you know,
wife
we have
from
to
the
honor
exotic
diversity,
city of Olympia.
Acknowledge, respect,
Come
and
all
most
the
of
way
all,
from there to
it is
celebrate with
critical
us
to
in an interfaith manner
celebrate
the
diversity.
program of
So
Mimouna,
today,
which
I'm so honored we have this
the rabbi will
rather
explain.
remarkable
Let me
team
just
of 2 rabbis, beloved husband
bring my
and
reading
wife
glasses. I'll
from
take
the
this
exotic
glass off and
city
use my
of
3rd eye.
Olympia.
My dear friend Rabbi
All
Seth
the way from here to
Goldstein,
celebrate with
he
us
will lead the
in
first
interfaith
part of the
manner,
evening,
the
Shabbat's
program of Mimouna,
closing ritual
the
called
rabbi will explain.
Havdalah,
But let me just,
a multi-sensory ceremony
I
with
can bring
blessing
my
over
reading glasses,
rice,
I'll take now this
wine,
glass off
or
and use my
green
3rd
juice,
eye.
and spices.
My dear friend Rabbi Seth
something
Goldstein,
spicy.
he will
A
lead the
ritual
first part of
ending
the
Shabbat
evening,
and new
Shabbat's
beginnings.
closing ritual called Havdalah,
Rabbi Seth
a
Goldstein, am I
multi-sensory
pronouncing it correctly?
ceremony with blessing
Goldstein
over lights,
serves
wine,
Temple
or grape juice.
Beth Hatoli,
And spices,
Hatfilo,
I like that.
they
Something
pronounce that
spicy.
correctly,
A
Hatfilo,
ritual
in the
ending
Jewish
Shabbat
community
and
of
new
Olympia in
beginnings.
Washington State. And his
Rabbi
beloved
Seth
wife, Rabbi Yohanna
Goldstein.
Kinberg, will offer Mimouna
Goldstein.
blessings. Let's give
Serves
a
Temple
wonderful hand to
Beth
Brother
Hatoli,
Seth here.
Hatfilo. They pronounce that correctly, Hatfilo. And the Jewish community of Olympia in Washington.
Thank you. What a wonderful blessing to be
And
with
his beloved
you
wife, Rabbi Yohanna Kinberg,
tonight,
will offer Mimouna
and
blessings.
really
Let's
representing
give a wonderful hand to Brother Seth.
Rabbi Yohanna, who will be joining us. That household that
blessing to be with you
each other once in a
tonight,
while, and
really representing
Yohanna had a little bit of an overlapping
Rabbi Yohanna,
conflict,
who will
and so
be joining
will be
us,
joining us soon.
because
Really
this
for
is one of the benefits
the
of
centerpiece of the
Rabbi,
Mimouna, which we'll
that household
celebrate
that
downstairs.
is
And so
for each
I
other
would love to
once in a
share
while.
a bit
And,
about
Yohanna
Mimouna
had a little bit of
before
overlapping
offering
conflict, so
these
we'll be joining
blessings
us
mentioned
soon,
as
really
we
for
end
the
Shabbat and
centerpiece of the
Sabbath.
Mimouna, which we'll
And
celebrate
it's
downstairs.
it's,
So
it's, a, it's in many
I
ways very
would love to
meaningful
share
for me
a
to
bit about
invite
Mimouna
everybody
before,
in this wonderful
offering
group into the
the blessings
Mimouna,
mentioned
because
as we
I
end
myself
Shabbat
wasn't
and
invited
Sabbath.
in
And it's
over the course of my
it's in many ways very
because
meaningful
I
for
grew up
me to
growing
invite
up,
everybody in this wonderful group
even
into the
though I grew
Mimouna,
up within a
because
Jewish
I
community, a
myself
Jewish
was
family, I
invited
did
in,
not know of
over the
Mimouna
course of my
until I met
because I
Yohanna,
grew up
actually.
growing up
Because it was an aspect or a celebration that was not a part of my Jewish heritage, but it's a unique celebration among the Moroccan Jewish
because
community.
it was
And I grew up in
aspect or a celebration that was
still am an
not a part of my Jewish heritage, but is a unique
Jewish person from Ashkenazi heritage, whereas I draw my heritage from Eastern and Central Europe. And so what's wonderful about that, and just the learning about Mimouna, and as I met Yohanna and her Moroccan heritage, and then she grew up with Mimouna through the heritage of her mother, and that expanding an invitation into the diversity even within my own tradition. And learning about that I had this one view which was very rich and meaningful, and then recognizing, moving beyond and learning about that scope about Jewish tradition that expands beyond my own
very rich and meaningful, and then recognizing
branch of
moving beyond and learning about that scope,
and that real introduction and learning about
my own
the richness of various cultural elements within Judaism, and to be able to share within that. So it's very much a cultural learning, and to be able to be invited in as Yohanna and I got together, formed the family, and she's become part of my tradition as well. So it's wonderful. So in some ways, we continue to expand the circles, especially as we continue to learn and to share in all of these traditions. And particularly meaningful tonight to share Mimouna in this wonderful space, because at its heart it is very much an interfaith celebration because of its roots. So Mimouna
at its heart it is
a celebration that occurs at the end of Passover. Passover, which we just concluded as a springtime harvest festival within Judaism, which we celebrate the renewal of the birth of spring, as well as the renewal of the birth of ourselves, particularly through the lens of telling the story of the Exodus,
as well as the renewal of ourselves,
and that we know too that this is a season of rebirth and renewal, and we had this wonderful confluence.
And we know too that this is
we celebrated here last night, and we celebrated all this wonderful confluence of Passover and Ramadan, Easter as well, all overlapping this year. And that was just a wonderful opportunity, this very potent spiritual energy at this time. And so we celebrate, and then there's so over the course of these 7 or 8 days of Passover, we are attuned to this idea of renewal, of liberation, and of redemption, and that we are telling this ancient story of the Exodus, of the Israelites, of our spiritual ancestors who were enslaved and then became free and liberated, and that we are to celebrate that, and not just that story in the text, but the paradigm of moving from a place of narrowness or confinement, of slavery of Egypt, as it were, in all its forms, to a more expansiveness. And that we are told, even through the celebration of Passover, which takes place not in a synagogue, but around a table at home, as we eat a festive and symbolic meal called the Seder, which means morning, that through the eating of symbolic foods, through the recitation of different prayers and stories, that we are meant to not just recount a story that we find in Scripture, but to see ourselves in this story. And not only see ourselves in this moment, seeing where we see the parallels in our own lives to the story of the Exodus, but then looking forward as well. Because there is a moment in the Seder towards the end, as after we finish the meal, that we invite the presence of the prophet Elijah, Eliyahu. In fact, setting a cup filled with wine on the table that is not consumed by anyone there, but is meant as a gift for Elijah. And we even open the door and invite Elijah in. And the reason we do this at the Passover Seder is because Elijah, within Jewish tradition, is meant to be the harbinger of the Messiah. the ultimate redemption. Right? The prophet Elijah, in our religious imagination, is the one who will come and announce the coming of the Messiah. And so we invite Elijah into the Seder, perhaps hoping that this, just as we tell this story of this past redemption, just as we see ourselves in our current forms of redemption, that maybe this is the time that we will celebrate or welcome in an ultimate redemption, a time of peace, the time of justice, the time of real unity and oneness and interconnectedness that we all hope and pray for. And so while we do that, so that's the symbol of Elijah. And spoiler alert, didn't come this year, at least not to my Seder, but I don't know to others. But the Mimouna then comes at the end of Passover as a way of continuing that hope. Continuing on hope. The word Mimouna, one of the etymologies, there's multiple meanings, is that it's related to the word in Hebrew emunah, which means faith. So that it is another expression or hope for that redemption. And Passover, Elijah hasn't come, and so hasn't announced the Messiah. So we have another moment. We don't want to let it go. We want to hold on and extend that hope into the coming year. And so, or as we leave Passover, so we celebrate. And it is just a wonderful microcosm of that hope because of the way it comes about. And so because it is, if you think about Morocco, a Jewish community living within a Muslim community side by side, that one of the origins of Mimouna is that since it would be, in some ways, the end of Passover, so as on Passover, one of our practices is putting aside leavened food, leavened bread, eating only unleavened foods as a sign of the Exodus, that we break our Passover at sundown of the last day by eating leavening. And I mean, however, it's, usually, for me, it's pizza usually, or something, but something like that. But within the Moroccan community, for families that would not only would not eat leavened products, but put them aside. And some would even not even clear them out of their house, so wouldn't even have any leavened products. And so this was an opportunity where the Muslim neighbors of the Jewish community would bring back the leavening, would bring back the flour and share with their Jewish neighbors. And therefore it would be a celebration not only of the Jewish ending of Passover and that hope for redemption, but we would perhaps enact it by having this opportunity to come together across communities, across faiths, across cultures, to share and to really celebrate together in that one moment. And I was thinking about this, and I don't know the answer to this. We'll have to ask Rabbi Yohanna about when perhaps that confluence with Ramadan happened, and maybe that there was a unique celebration or connection with that as well. I hadn't thought about that until coming up here this evening. And so there's another wonderful opportunity as we celebrate here today. So it holds out that hope, and it really enacts it because it's meant to be shared. It's meant to be celebrated. I had the opportunity didn't have the opportunity to celebrate Mimouna in Morocco. Yohanna's family, her mother had left Morocco in the 1950s and gone to Israel and then came to the U.S. But we did have the opportunity to celebrate Mimouna in Israel with Yohanna's extended family, Moroccan family, and it was a wonderful celebration. And what the unique thing about that celebration, just that was really moving, aside from the ceremonial foods and the special treats and the eating of leavening and all that, and the ending of Passover, is that just like the beginning of Passover that is in the home, celebrated in the home, so too Mimouna is celebrated in the home. And just as we open the doors for Elijah during the Passover Seder, we open up our doors to our neighbors. And so it's really an opportunity where people just sort of come and go. Really got the sense of that anybody and everybody is invited, and no invitation needed, no formal invitation needed. You don't knock at the door, you just sort of come in, and people would go from home to home and celebrate the Mimouna. And so it's just it's a really wonderful, and since we've been together, it's become part of our practice. It was part of, Yohanna's mother, Zichronah Livracha, would guide and lead it, and Yohanna is the inheritor of that. And as she comes, she can really offer the true essence of Mimouna, which is a blessing, like a fertility blessing, a blessing for growth, a blessing for new life with symbolic foods as well, just like the Seder. We have that prepared downstairs. I can prepare the foods, I just can't offer the blessing. I don't feel I have that in me. I could probably learn it, but I want to, that's really her kavod, that's really her honor. And so, so just having that experience and being able to recreate that, it is really, a culmination, a really reenacting of the themes of Passover and the theme of the season. And just this wonderful idea that we also don't want to let go, right? When our holidays end, when our festivities end, we want to hold on to them in some way, and we want to continue them, which is all the more meaningful that we are celebrating Mimouna tonight on this Saturday night. So normally it would be done at the end of Pesach, the end of Passover itself, which was earlier this week. But the fact that we are celebrating it tonight on a Saturday night, and we're going to offer the Havdalah blessing, because that is very much the same idea, that as we end Shabbat, as we end the Sabbath, we want to hold on to it just a little bit longer. We want the spirit of Shabbat to carry us forward, this day of rest, this day of gratitude, this day of mindfulness, this day of stepping back, this day of renewal. We know that we have to sort of come back to our lives. We have to go to work. We have to do what we need to do. But yet we want to hold on to that spirit of Shabbat to carry us through the week to the next week. So that way we don't lose that idea of the need to rest and the need to offer gratitude and the need to be mindful. And so just as Mimouna kind of is meant to carry that Passover spirit into the rest of our year, as it were, Havdalah is meant to carry the Shabbat spirit into the rest of our week. And so we hold on to that. And so may it be, really, for all of us, as we celebrate the end of Shabbat, as we celebrate the end of Mimouna, that we can carry those themes of Shabbat and of Mimouna into our lives. And I know that we enact it here all the time, this really coming together of interfaith fellowship and connection, and really uplifting each other as spiritual community. And so may it be so. May that be our kavanah. May that be our intention, that as we celebrate the end of Shabbat, as we celebrate the Mimouna downstairs in a little bit, that we are blessed with that. We gain that blessing of rebirth, and that we are able to carry that spirit forward beyond this night, beyond this place, into our lives. So. Was there a hand? I thought I saw a question. Was there? Oh, okay. I thought somebody raised a hand. My peripheral vision is not so great. And what I'd love to do, I know that this is really wonderful. It's really nice when we can get out of the straight lines and come into a semicircle. That I'd love to offer the Havdalah, and then if anybody wanted to offer blessings, maybe for the time. I know it's an informal program, but. I'd love to make space for that. It doesn't just have to be me. And but I also know there are snacks downstairs, so that's also that's part of it as well. So I'm going to offer the Havdalah, and I know Yohanna, when Rabbi Yohanna, when she's here, when we're downstairs, will share, essentially. How it kind of works is a blessing, so you'll have the opportunity to receive a blessing from her. And I won't get into the details.
And I know Yohanna, when Rabbi Yohanna, when she
so aside from being
downstairs,
kind of a party,
share
or a celebration,
essentially
festive foods, and
how we
being together in community, there is this unique ritual
to receive a blessing from her. And I won't get into the details.
Personal blessing for renewal
downstairs. And
fertility.
you know, so aside from
As part of
being
my
kind of a party or a celebration, just with festive foods and being together in community, there is this unique ritual of a personal, excuse me, personal blessing for renewal and fertility and for growth as part of mindfulness. So it's really wonderful.
So, Rabbi Seth, I'd like to share one little thing with you and everyone about our community here. Is that we have a first people's group that meet often downstairs, and this idea of leaving something for Elijah, you know, the glass of wine. They also, when they always have a potluck gathering with food, that they fill the plate and they put it up near the windows so that it's available to the spirit. And that's intentional. What's charming and cute about that is sometimes that gets left. You know, and then as the way our building is structured, that when you walk by the windows, you can look in and you can see this leftover plate, like in the window. And it took a long time for us to remember, oh, you know, it's not that they just left it there, happy to clear the plate, but that it had this spiritual purpose.
Yeah,
And
it's beautiful. I did not
it
know
was
that.
it
So
was
what's your mouse population? Latin mouse population. Why do you leave food on the windows like that?
Anyway, so that intention is so beautiful. And we get
So I'm
to
going to offer Havdalah, which was mentioned, a multi-sensory
Sure. I did not know that tradition.
experience.
It's really beautiful. So great. I'll just put my plate.
So we end Havdalah, we end Shabbat with
So I'm going to offer
very
Havdalah,
similar
which
manner
was
in
mentioned,
which we
a
enter
multi-sensory
the lighting of candles and the
experience as it were.
sanctification of the day,
Sorry.
the fruit of the vine.
So we end Havdalah, we end
The
Shabbat
difference
with,
is we
in a very similar manner in which we enter Shabbat with the lighting of candles
light candles,
and the sanctification of the day over
bringing
the
in
fruit
the
of the
light
vine.
and the peace of the
Grape
day.
juice
We offer
here.
recite
The difference is we
holy moment.
there's just a slight difference.
Fruit of the
So at the
vine.
beginning of Shabbat, we light candles,
The two main differences: one,
bringing in the light
beginning
of
of
the
Shabbat,
peace of the day.
light
We
two
offer, we
candles,
sanctify, as we do in our
separate
tradition
candles to
oftentimes,
individual candles.
holy
When we
moments
come to the
over
end of Shabbat,
fruit of the vine.
we light a
And then
braided candle.
The two
One
main
braided
differences,
candle,
one
the wick.
is that at the beginning of Shabbat, we
That
light
symbolizes
two
the,
candles
coming
traditionally,
together.
separated candles,
Right,
two
so
individual
we
candles.
might enter
When
Shabbat
we
at
come
the
to
end
the
of our
end of Shabbat,
desperate for a
we
time
light
of
a
rest
braided
and renewal.
candle,
We might
one
be
braided
alienated
candle
or
with multiple
separated
wicks,
from ourselves.
and
Right, or
that
separated
symbolizes
from-
the
from
coming
others.
together.
And then hopefully
Right,
over
that we
this
we might enter Shabbat at the end of our week, desperate for a time of rest and renewal, and we might feel alienated or separated from
find
ourselves,
some wholeness.
right, or separated
coming
from,
together so that
from
we are
others.
intertwined.
And then hopefully over this day
Find some inner unity,
of
inner peace.
of rest, of
Therefore,
renewal,
this Havdalah,
of gratitude and mindfulness, that we're able to find some wholeness,
separate candles
of coming together so that we are intertwined, we are one, we are find some inner unity, inner peace. So therefore, this Havdalah candle, moving from the two separate candles to the
I
unified
realized we
candle,
didn't pack, so I
is a hope that we
I borrowed from
we've
the
attained it,
kitchen
at least
here,
in some
the nutmeg.
and again, we hope that it carries forward with us, and that's the meaning of the spices, which I
we
realized we didn't pack,
add
so
the symbol of the
I
spices
borrowed
at
from your
the
kitchen
end
here,
of
the nutmeg, I'll
because,
return it.
that
but we don't have
multi-sensory
to-
experience,
it's
and
just
as we
about
smell the
smelling.
spices, it's
We
meant
don't,
to
we
enliven
add
our
the
soul.
symbol of the spices
And
at the end of
that idea of
Shabbat
trying to bring
because
the spirit forward.
that multi-sensory experience, that as we smell the spices, it's meant to enliven our
You know,
soul.
that smell can be
And that
powerful.
That idea of trying to bring the spirit forward is another way
raises
of
a
doing
lot
it, that
for
we-
us.
we,
And so adding that,
we know that
that
smell can be
spices
really
to enliven
powerful
our soul,
sense, right?
that soul will continue with us.
Raises a lot for
Spirit
us.
of
And
Shabbat.
so adding that
So
spices
we
to
have
enliven
light,
our soul,
we
that
sight,
soul will
smell,
continue with us. That
taste,
spirit of Shabbat will continue with us through that. So we
feeling
have
and
light, we have
feel like
we sight and smell and taste, and also perhaps feeling as we can feel the heat of
offer
the candle already.
4
It's
blessings.
giving off, and so
And
we,
what we'll do is we'll
we
sing.
bring
There's a
all of our
common
senses
tune that's found in
to
a lot of
move to
Jewish
the rest of
communities
our-
that includes
we offer 4 blessings. And
Yadai,
what
or
we'll do is we'll
or
sing. There's a common tune that's found in a lot of Jewish communities that
First
includes
offer blessing for
a yadadai or a nibud, a wordless melody that's repeated between each of the blessings. We first offer a blessing for the
for
wine,
the fruit of the vine.
fruit of the vine, borei pri
Spices.
hagafen,
Borei
thank,
mini mesam-
the
besamim.
source of all, for the fruit of the vine.
Gratitude.
Then we offer
to
the
source of
spices.
all for the spices.
Borei mini besamim.
Passover. We're not
We
gonna
offer
offer
gratitude
spices
to the source of all for the spices.
and
And
then
then we can pass it. We're not going to share the cup,
Borei
but I'll
mini-
pass the spices around. and we'll all,
Borei me'orei
smell.
ha'esh.
And
Blessing
then
for the candle.
Borei mine,
It's customary that
Borei me'orei ha'esh,
towards
a
the
blessing for the candle, for the flame.
And then the
And
fourth
it's customary at
blessing
that point to kind of raise your
Hamad
hands
Dio being
towards the
the
flame
whole,
and see the reflection in
distinguishing
that. And then
between
the fourth blessing
the
is
holy,
Hamav Dio Ben Kodesh, the whole, which is distinguishing between the holy Shabbat and the whole, the rest of the time. These unique holidays and the rest of our time, this Shabbat and the rest of our week. So with that, I will.
looking for some lights. Oh, is that-
We're looking for some light
Oh, we
switches.
could, it's okay,
Is that-
maybe we want to keep it on for the streaming.
Oh, we want to.
Oh, we could. It's okay. We maybe want to keep it on for the streaming. That's the.
Yeah, lights are.
Oh, you want to, well, let's lower, we can lower the volume.
Yeah, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh
Shavua Tov is a blessing. Shavua Tov, a good week of peace, a week of gladness, and a week of continued connection and celebration. That's all I got.